impossible coincidences has crystallized into this moment. Look around you. History is afoot. This night smells like no other ever has or ever quite will. So, hey! Don't hold your nose when you walk past me, girlfriend. I just martyred myself to give everyone on the 747 an amusing party story. So you better thank those lucky stars. All 600 billion of them. Lucky you. Lucky me. Welcome. I'm very sorry people who missed the first few poems. How are you? Thank you for coming. You didn't get posters yet. I'll hand them out to you afterwards, but yeah, thanks for coming, guys. You doing all right? Everyone good? Yeah. Thank you very much for coming. Welcome. Everyone got seats that needs them. Cool. Well, I'm just rolling through a bunch of hands, and then we'll talk, hug, cry. So yeah, for those of you who just came in, this is the first time I've ever done a poetry show like this before the concert, so thank you for being here. This is a historic event for me. The easy answer is always a catch. Strike a match and watch good intentions wing themselves out windows like frightened bats. It's easy to wax that we got the top tax bracket throwing up food stamps for backup and insisting that the world is flat. Saying screw welfare, screw Copernicus. Everything I need to know I learned in business school and the campus law definitely didn't bend over the horizon. It's easy for post-grads to point to the maps in their textbook atlas as proof. Explain that in the Mercator projection, South America and Africa are practically the size of the continent. That the world is flat and a map and an atlas in a classroom in Massachusetts and you can't fit the whole world on the same page. It's too easy to soak up the sun and mar this vineyard on the Atlantic and watch the Western Hemisphere run Euro-concentric circles around the rest of the planet. Asking, why run when we can fly? It's easy for jet setters to litter out the window above the globe like cabin pressure was a metaphor for Abraham Lincoln's American dream blown open so we can go and dump trash into the ocean and stratosphere and then buy it back wrapped in plastic and glass shards bartered from Ghana. Pawned off on Rwanda, but I want to know, why can't the mall rat in Nowhere, Nevada drop her shopping bags and wrap her arms around the kid who stitched her Prada? Because odds are, a sweatshop worker used his last word of dignity to sew the logo on my polo. I know summer homes filled with kids fitted in Manolo from Lesotho who don't know that Nagasaki is not the hot new sushi shop at Soho. That their Reeboks didn't sea-walk themselves down the assembly line. But maybe we would understand if every laborer went on strike and the boxes from Foot Locker came with disassembled footwear like, here's an idea, and assemble your own damn shoe store. We can call it Nikea. This is bad religion. A back of the classroom note tied to the leg of a pigeon. A pipe dream. A fly dream like maybe someday jet setters will abandon aircraft and hop on the backs of doves. The backs of frightened bats. Rise above the cumulus and toss accumulated stacks of greenbacks off the backs of the masses gathered below. And I try to tell myself if the yen can rise above the dollar, if the euro can rise above the dollar, if the Canadian dollar can rise above the dollar, so can we. I see the Messiah rocking a sermon at the top of the G8 summit. The mayor of your city finally repaving that pothole in Thailand. America is not an island, and I'd like to believe you don't need to be between the borders of geography class to fit the world on the same page. I'm almost never in the city I was born and bred in anymore, but everywhere I tour I'm repping black and orange. I'm trekking back and forth, forgetting what I'm packing for. Have to travel more and add a couple saddle sores. Got these battle scars from riding in the cattle car. I'm noshing on some caviar. I'm gnawing on your apple cores. Mental checklist. You're Mr. International, but last I checked, I'm Mr. Continental Breakfast. Condiments and Chex Mix. Condoms even when I'm sexless, but I'm optimistic. I'll dismiss my bigger issues when I fit into some mistress like the long block in Tetris. Papa is a head doctor. I think he's Socrates. But he can't get my twin brother to want to talk to me. But I rarely try, and so it's partly my hypocrisy. Got a couple secrets and I keep them under lock and key and push them down occasionally, sparking up the broccoli. I'd rather take my loves, display my dirty laundry, than pop a pill and stagger through this day like I'm a zombie. Like I'm some unhappy and unnatural blondie Abercrombie model with the fakest fucking smile plastered on me. Might be a sarcastic bastard, but I'm never plastic, and my masochistic tendencies imagining disaster and then mastering its recipe. So I hit the road at the necessity to stop guarding, and I'll hop out and run if a car is not starting. For now I'm not charging. All my meals are business meals because my business is not starving. 4 a.m. again, the radio alarm is kicking in. Been to every shady old La Quinta Inn in Michigan, hitting the ignition till I'm stripping off my Michelin. If you catch me bitching, then remind me how magnificent this life is, how the struggle's priceless. Cause I got those lovely troubles that you couldn't put a damper on. Each unhappy camper on this planet is a champion. If you think you're hopeless and you'll never be like Kobe and you've got an empty mantle, cause you never won a trophy, man, well, you still won that marathon of swimming that below began. And I've learned I've got a lot I can lose because there's a lot of dead sperm in the socks that I use. You would love to have grown up to your feet in the socks in my shoes. So better get to walk until those spoiled feet are bruised and then sow your royal oats until you're growing something new. See, I don't really give a damn about a pot to go to the end of the rainbow if it's being on a billboard. From the moment I saw Charlie Tuna rocket under the multicolored lighting concept of Fillmore, I kill for punks and B-girls. Never gonna matter about me spinning like a water cannon, making waves. I've never got recommended park if you feel like you're in the front row at SeaWorld. Gonna hike it till I make it, it's a good call. Taking the mic and a spike like a football, like a running back, like I'm under the gun, but I'm never gonna crack, never could fall. It's like I'm Arnold, I'm skinny, but I'm picking up a barbell fine. Gonna make it, put him a pen in the paper, hopping on a novel, and a minute like a R.L. Stein. Gotta try because I got a fool's chance. Grab the mic in a middle school dance. Take it from the DJ and rap until they pull the plug up out of me to stop it or until I get pantsed. Fucking they can pull a love and get a kick and acapella doctors in my ankles and I yell it to the ceiling even if nobody's listening. I tell them what I'm feeling and I celebrate the fact that I'm alive and I'm breathing. Thank you very much. We got a couple new people. Hello, how are you?
Sorry,
You don't have to apologize. I'm sorry you missed the beginning. Thank you for coming. I appreciate every one of you. Okay. Cool if I do a few more for you guys?
Please.
All right. You hanging in? Knees aren't hurting too bad? Okay, cool. I got 3 more for you. Ghosts must always feel like they're visiting their old high school. They don't recognize any of these new kids. The halls, they twist the same, but there are all these odd new posters on the walls. When I'm getting to bed, I start thinking about endings. And instead of simply counting, trying to sleep, I end up counting down. Sacrificing a sheep. At parties, I wander from room to room. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for, and I think that I'm supposed to find another person here, but when I smoke too much weed, I get paranoid that every pair of eyes is glued to me. Because maybe they are. And I'm not crazy, and the spirit of every bastard who ever had a drink in this room is back for old time's sake, and there's a million of them. And they're having their own drinks beside us, and they're staring, thinking, look at all those lonely, solid people, pretending to check their cell phones, distracting themselves so they don't make any mistakes. My grandma lived 99 years and never learned to drive. At the end of her life, she didn't know one person left her own age. God's a bully and he makes it rain dodgeballs. You can stand off in the corner and you might last a little longer, but you'll never win that way. Oh, so you're telling me that a little vodka could kill me? How do I even know it's there? It's so still you can see right through it. Well, you can see through me too, said the ghost. And I'm here. You know, because you can feel it. That makes sense because I'm too fucked up to be skeptical right now. I mean, you get drunk and you start believing in things like shapes and even better shapes. Like a night with some stranger is going to make you happy. The only people brave enough for suicide are the cowards. We're all looking out of the corner of our eyes for where to go next. Like, this party sucks, man! There must be a better party somewhere. The ghosts, they know we're thinking like chumps. They know it's not important who we go home with tonight, partly because ghosts can't generate friction so they can't have sex, but also because if you look around right now, this is the greatest party in the history of ever. I mean, Ben Franklin is making out with Marie Curie in the corner. Reagan is doing his falling out the window bit again. Casper can't even hold his liquor. It goes right through him. You have never seen smoke rings until you've seen Genghis Khan hit a hookah. And sometimes, if you ask really, really, really nice Chris Farley, we can let you use his body as a vaporizer bag. Our eyes are little projectors. Life's a drive-in movie theater. And my grandma needs a ride. I sent a drunk text message to God. I just wanted to let him know that I was thinking about him. A lot. And to let him know that I'm stalking his church. I meant to type starting a church, but no one spelled drunk text right, and I'm not sure what church God goes to in the first place. Last night, I sent out a whole bunch of embarrassing texts and I copied them to everyone I know. I said, yo, what's up? I was out sinning. Crawled into bed, the room is spinning, it's all in my head, I can't get to sleep, and the weight of the world is the weight of my sheets. Here's the great thing about my church. You can keep your religion, because my church is for those of us who grew up wishing we believed in the afterlife, and for those of us who are so close to God we can practically lean over and make out with her. I mean, my church is sick of bloody crusades for the march of drunken whores. I'm starting a church that gets pissed off and starts thumb wars. A church that gets Mondays off for religious reasons. A church that throws foam parties and elevators to learn about praise. The roof is on fire. We'll dance as it burns for 8 magical days. And no offense to Gideon Bibles, but my church goes into hotel rooms and fills the drawers to the top with chocolate pillow mints. And my church, if you choose to come to Sunday school, you don't learn about hell. Oh, hell no. You just eat Jesus and John Stewart shaped potato chips and watch Chappelle's show. I mean, my church had 10 commandments, 5 precepts, and a workplace abuse handbook where we partied really hard last weekend, and I think we left them at the restaurant at Chuck E. Cheese. So now we just go by a picture of a heart that I found on a bar napkin. My church hung out with your mom last night, and I've got to say, the Creator is a beautiful woman. She's got daughter tattooed on her left bicep and son on her right. My church is at the center of the planet and has the most amazing stained glass windows. The glass is the floor, the ocean, the colors of what you look up and you see blue and a manatee and a narwhal and the forest canopy. And Tony Montana, what's up, Tony Montana? By the way, Tony Montana comes to my church and forgets and let us coke in the car. We play Stairway to Heaven on Hendrix's broken guitar. My church gets fucked up on communion wine and then asks lampposts to be our Valentine. My church bar hops together, and at my church, if you suicide bomb yourself to smithereens, you still get 17 virgins in a room to yourself. If you and 17 virgins have to go and play Starbucks together. My church got beat up by the skateboard kids for being a rollerblade chick. Rolled to school the next day on one skate and 2 crutches, true to the fight, with the fist in the air, screaming, "Fruit Booters unite!" My church can feel its pulse in its fingertips, has 3 stomachs because our fear is hard to swallow, but love always has room. I mean, my church has this really full love bladder and always has to go to the bathroom. There are drawbacks, of course. My church will not resurrect your dead hamster. My church will not play for keeps, wear Versace, give out baby Jesus Tamagotchis. Tom Cruise thinks my church sucks. I'm not Jesus Christ, but I can turn water into Kool-Aid. And I'm not Jim Jones, but my church is like totally a cult, and everyone drinks the Kool-Aid, and everyone dies! But for some people, the Kool-Aid doesn't kick in until you're 105, surrounded by everyone who matters most to you. Yes, some of us go early, but at my church, you have to think about that possibility because my church makes you scared. I'm talking like waves of fear, like you're lying in bed at night and you pull the covers up to your neck and your blanket is a tsunami of terror and you start hyperventilating. You think about how you're getting older way faster than your dreams are getting accomplished, about how skinny your arms are, about how fat your stomach is, about how much it's going to suck to eventually lose the power to do all the amazing things we do at our church. Don't fall asleep yet. Contrary to popular belief, that's not where dreams get accomplished. The body of Christ is your body of Buddha be your body be usable, your body be suitable, your body be beautiful. You don't need anything different. Don't delete your text messages. You might read them over on Sunday morning with a pounding headache and have a religious experience. So, somebody said to me the other day about a lisp. A stranger said, "I've got a subtle lisp, and I should know that I sound a little stupid doing spoken word when all my words are S&M are spoken, so absurd." And I'm not upset, but it just sucks to think you're speaking normally for 2 decades and then shucks, find out your stuff sounds like a stanza of Severus Snape's parcel tongue is pronounced by Daffy Duck. So, I will say this. My subtle lisp is not sinful. I'm not sorry Saturday. I'm not sorry Sunday. I'm spiritual. And when I speak, I celebrate the Sabbath 7 days a week. I've got special S sauce smothered on my skull walls like a tossed salad, so silkscreen the Sistine ceiling on my soft palate. I sing along with super seamstress reciting Sufjan Stevens songs in skinny jeans and dance salsa with soccer moms sneaking out in skimpy see-through sarongs. I will answer your questions in style with my sexy, subtly lisping, sparkling incisor smile. What's my surname? Watsky. What's my size? Stocky. What's my city? San Francisco. It's so sweet now, slow. See, I've heard some steamy stories of oral sex, but I'm not stretching to say that one time I made a lady climax by speaking an essay section of a Shakespeare sonnet in her split legs general direction. I scribble all S essays, I shred them and sprinkle all S ashes. My speech doesn't give a spotted C smell if it passes. I still pass through F's to straight S's in my classes because my speech stays second semester senior status. I'm so sick. 6th grade school kids call me Sofa King. I'm on tongue steroids, slamming with the Sammy Sosa swing so tight. I sleep upright in a small cell and sing and sail the 7 seas on Steve Irwin's Stingray while you're speedboat singing. So screw an S, SOS, I'm straight S for save someone standard. I studied at the School of Savage Speech, screw Stanford, I spit sexier than Summer Sanders, Sarah Silverman, Susan Sarandon, Sissy SpaceX, Sally Struthers, and Selena, spooning in a 6-way same-sex, all S celebrity civil union. So you can slam slander the gay lisp, and I will slip you a solid list of friends who lisp, or no lisp will stop, spit, stay pissed, and start all over on the racists. You can save the South Korean stereotypes, the Sambo shtick. The sexist shit is sickening, and if you suppose your speech is normal, that's because your impediment is listening. So speak for those of us with something special. Something that sets us aside from my accent powers, my stammerers, my southerners, my stutterers. Yes, I will spit it sick and stick to never skip it S, because I was sucking on a soup spoon and a suckle that is throwing silver, simple, supple, super soaker, staying, watching sister, singing, she's a little stomach, a stomach, smooth, this is a supper, and second dash, I say awesome, see there's no stopping, this is starting the steps to speaking me, so see that I will not desist, I'm sorry, San Diego, if you don't like a subtle lisp, but you can simply suck on this. That was my first ever pre-show poetry show, so you got a couple of like little rusty mental ticks probably that other shows won't, but like thank you guys very much for being the beta audience for this, and I hope you liked it. I don't know what's supposed to happen now because I've never done one of these things before, so I'm here, you know, I don't know if you guys have any questions or like I can just go around and meet everyone individually.
Tickle him.
What's up?
So we're all gonna tickle you.
You're gonna tickle me. We're gonna get in a big pile, everybody who's not okay. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I mean, I did say that. I would say that there's a line between joking and not joking on Twitter. Obviously, that was something that I was serious about. So we didn't get the Twister board before this first show, so we might have to just set up a bunch of pine cones and do it. You all do. It's not after the show yet. We're still before the show right now, so I don't want to lose all my energy for the concert. I don't know. Maybe like if anyone has any questions that people in the whole group might be curious about, I'd be happy to answer it, and then I'll just like, you know, meet everybody individually. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Well, what's next? I mean, all you can do. That's it right there. That's like legendary. But then you got this whole tour. But what I mean, you pretty much have a video for almost every single one of your songs. But are you going more videos? I mean, I saw you.